Welcome once again to the stage, and thank you for being with us. Today we continue a truly inspiring series. We've run a series full of reflection, reflecting on our country, on the wonderful things that define us. We've reflected on the recent elections and marveled at the wonderful achievements that event recorded, despite all the odds. We continue to underscore the theme, the notion behind the series of calls that we on the Sage have put out. It started well over a year ago, even before the election processes began, when we put out a call of action, asking all good-willed Nigerians to come together because we need to build our country, because we need to reclaim the positive reality that is ours. In fact, it was March 2022 when on the Sage we issued a call of action. The call continues because there's a lot we all need to do jointly to build our nation, to turn it into the great nation it is. And in line with that, after our elections, we came together again and on the Sage decided that what we needed now was never to turn back, but to build on our achievements, to continue the march towards progress. And because of that, we began a series that looked at the fact that all of us in this country have a role to play. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter where you are, you have a role to play. We looked at the young people. We had a group here or with us on the set who talked very inspiringly about what young people need to do to build on their recent achievements and to forge ahead and work together to build a great country. We all then went in to look at the concept of the creative arts. What is their role in nation building? We looked at the issue of the family. Every one of us, we all come from families. What do families, each family, what is your responsibility? What is your role in contributing to your nation building? On this particular episode, we're very privileged once again to continue the discussion on creative art and its role. A few episodes ago, I hope you didn't miss it. If you did, please go to our YouTube. We had our dear and very famous D.K. Chukwumerije, who began the discussion on the role of creative arts in nation building. It is a show worth watching. You shouldn't miss it. But today we've also brought you an amazing gift on set. Stay with us. When we come back, we will introduce you to our lovely guests. See you. Welcome back to the Sage. Thank you for staying with us. But it's worth it because the guest we have on set today is amazing. She's a familiar fixture on the Sage. She's a beautiful, talented young woman who we count a blessing to be part of the Sage family. Many of you have met her. If you've been watching us, you have met Ifeoma Nwaoduah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because she's been with us before. She is a constant feature. She's performed one of the best pieces that accompanies the things we do on the stage and was indeed a feature of our call to action. Ifeoma is a prolific, gifted songwriter and singer. It is when you see human beings like this that you recognize the fact that God is truly great. But before I go further, let me ask you, welcome Ifeoma, please talk to our audience.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
For me, as soon as I met Ifeoma and heard her sing, I fell in love. I said, oh God, why didn't you give me a voice like this one? No, but truly, you've been gifted. It's such a blessing because He's giving you the ability to inspire, to bring joy, to many of us who have the privilege and the blessing to listen. Ifeoma, like I said, is a songwriter and beautiful singer. She's so well known. Many of you must have heard her sing because she's a constant performer in many TV series, whether it's AIT or Lumen Christi and so on. In Lumen Christi, I know you're famous for the beautiful sounds. That is a regular feature every day, and it's by your kindness, your performance, your skills.
Thank you.
Ifeoma has also won many awards, in the singing arena of this country, and is somebody who is deeply committed to the common good, who believes in using her talents to inspire others, to bring hope. And so she gives freely of her talent and her time. We will talk more on that because I'm going to ask you what drives you. Where did this all come from? But before we go into asking you what drives you, I think I need to allow our audience to understand why you mean so much to us on the stage.
Okay.
Like I said, over a year ago when we decided on our call of action, you made that particular piece of work really meaningful and beautiful. You willingly, I didn't need to pressurize, composed a song that spoke to everything, every concept that was in our call of action. And I remember the comments on YouTube and so many, and on the, from viewers on telly about the impact of that song. You and Chinedu did it. And so we remain forever grateful.
You're welcome.
But I think it was indeed a song that was prophetic in itself. And therefore, before I discuss with you and allow you to talk, let's sit back and listen to that incredible performance from Ifeoma that was and continues to be part of the call of action of the sage.
Okay. We must come together, work for peace, work to uphold our unity, show strength, show faith, one and all. Oh, come, cast aside ethnic rivalry, cast aside religious bigotry, show strength, show faith, one and all. Let's sing a song, let's sing a song. A song of love is all we need. Work for peace, let's fight for peace, one and all. We must work for peace. Together, break the chains of greed and hate. Work for peace in place of war. Show strength, show faith, one and all. Oh, come. Every tribe, every tongue be on guard. Stay strong, together we'll defeat. Show strength, show faith, one and all. Let's sing a song, let's sing a song of humanity, great humanity. Let's scale the walls, let's scale the walls. We must fight, we must fight, fight, fight. We must fight for peace. But we must work, work, work. We must work, work, work. We must work, work, work. We must work for peace. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It was profound when you produced it, when you wrote it and sang it. And yet I think it's even more profound now. Before I go on to ask you the things I want to, let me just say to the audience that in asking you to compose and sing for us, told you generally what we wanted. We were calling for peace. We wanted, one Nigeria. We wanted unity. We felt that was a role we on the stage had to play, and and so on. And you went away and you came back. You wrote these words all from your heart and your spirit, and the tune, everything was yours. And when you performed it, I remember I shared this because it's something I like to recall. I looked at it and then said, perhaps you should remove fight, And you looked at me with your young, gentle eyes and you said, no, I think the fight should remain. And so today I say, that is the thing, in my opinion, about creative artists. You see where the rest of us don't see. And today, in our country, in the present state of things, I see the relevance of that word, fight. Yes, we must work for peace. So when you said fight, for you, what did it embody? What was that deep meaning in your creative depth? What did it signify?
Okay. I like to say that before the song was composed, it was before the elections, and we had some inclinations that I don't want to go into politics, that a particular person will emerge, as winner, and but months passed, and we saw how it all played out. And so many people are still in doubt and are confused and are so pained. And this composition was before the elections.
Even before the primaries?
Yes.
Well ahead.
Yes. And when you talked about, that I should remove the fight and put work instead, or put put other words, you know. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into, but I was just writing from my heart. And maybe I should call that a divine intervention, but I was writing from my heart. And I didn't know that it was going to play out this way though, but um, I just kept writing from my heart. So I think that's all about creativity, being honest with your writing and just pouring out your heart into what you're writing. And for me, that was what I was able to put out. And it communicated my feeling at that point, and still is my feeling anyway.
Even more so now. Because that's interesting. In a few episodes ago, we had DK, like I said, Chuk
Okay.
on this set. And he said something close to what you're saying. DK is a spoken word artist
Yeah.
par excellence. So don't mind if you cannot say it the way he said it. He can sing, you see. He can talk, but you can sing, and so our gifts are all different. And he says that the creative artist is actually many times in tune with the Lord. A higher being, something deep into you. And that is what makes them able to tap into that. And it is their role to share with the rest of the world. And so many times and he said, the important thing is to always speak the truth as you see it. It may not be what everybody else is saying. I'm not quoting him from that episode, but it is what you, in the depths of your spirit, feel and experience, and that is what you need to perform in whatever way you're performing it. I think that is what you are saying. And so deep within your spirit, you knew that. So you knew that it was more than work. It was more than... Life is more than come out, let us work together. Sometimes to be able to do that effectively, it requires a fight. Many times with yourself. Like you said, with your negative self that keeps discouraging you or keeps trying to put fear in you. And therefore, sustained working together for a great cause requires a certain amount of fight to it. Because that is what makes you stay.
Well said.
You see, me, I'm a creative artist also.
I do more of the singing than talking.
So I think absolutely. And so that was the beauty of that song, which, like you said, you composed it and sang it for us, and we put out the call before the elections began. It wasn't targeted at anybody. It was just an urgent call.
A call for unity.
For unity, for working for the progress of our country.
Absolutely.
And it continues to remain so poignant and so relevant. As we ask that bigotry, the elections showed us that we can still be bigoted. As we ask that bigotry be put aside, differences of tribe and tongue be put aside, and that we move together and claim the wonderful future that should be ours. So thank you. I have dwelt extensively on that call of action. And we keep bringing it up because it's still so relevant. If anything, it's more urgent now than even ever before. And so let me go back to the beginning, really, and say to you, Ifeoma, how did you find yourself on this road? How did you discover you had this talent? What was your journey to discovery and actualization?
Okay, so one of the persons who made me discover my talent is Father George, and I'd like to thank him immensely.
That is Father George Ebusani.
Yes, the popular Father George Ebusani. Yes, so it all started when I was much younger in choir, and each time I went to sing, he would tell me I sang so well and that I could do it this way. I could sing this way. I could sing. So he kept mentoring me until now. He even does it up until now. So thank you very much. I've always known that music is not just about singing in a certain way. It's about communicating that feeling, communicating your thoughts, the tune, the tempo, the genre, the way you communicate your song is what music is about. So it's not just about writing in a certain way. And he has come to help me understand that dimension. It doesn't have to be perfect for it to be a song. The lyrics do not have to be perfect. It has to come from your heart. So what you tell when you tell your story and you're able to communicate that story in words and in tune, then that is your song. And when people begin to appreciate music that way, it makes it unique, you know.
Yeah. It makes it unique, it makes it you.
It makes it you.
And you know, when you sing, it may be the same song you and I sing, but the what it means in your spirit, in your depths, and the way you bring it out, is what makes the music you, and what it actually touches your audience in the end. Many times, for people who try to communicate, and I think singing is another method of communication. Some of us do talk.
That's
some
right.
of us sing, and so on, and some of us write. It is that genuineness that you're able to effect to your audience, that this is from me, this is from my depths, this is me speaking to you, that makes the difference.
Yeah, and for you to be able to communicate with the other person, your feelings, your thoughts, and you're able to communicate that through music, then it's more of a therapy, like an antidote, some kind of antidote to some healing and all of that.
Yeah, I like that, because I think it leads on to my next question, where you said some antidote healing, because that makes me ask you, a lot of your musical production so far tend to be gospel. Can you tell us about that? Why?
Yes, and that's because for me, when I get words from scriptures, from the book of Psalms, for example, I don't just see it as words, I see it as prayer. And when I'm able to communicate such, to sing songs around words from scripture, then I feel, or I'm convinced, that I'm actually bringing hope or bringing some kind of healing, not just to me, but to the people around me, people who listen to such words. So music has helped me a lot, and I believe people can get healed through meaningful songs, and the songs are just there. When you open the book, open the Bible, for example, there's so much words of consolation. And in this day and age, people are so troubled that when such words find them, they get some kind of relief, some sort of relief. There's this relief that you get, consolation that you're not alone. Such words, you only find them from words of scriptures.
I agree with you, and I think it's a double gift, in my opinion. You see, the word, like you're saying, whether it's the Bible, the words within the Bible, or whether it's the Quran or for any other religion, are words that bring healing. But we get a double dose of the blessing when those words can also become songs. I believe it's Shakespeare who said, if music be the food of love, play on.
Play on.
A recognition of the fact that, and somebody else had said that singing is praying twice.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because it is ministering to our spirit, to our soul, in double dose, if I may use those common words. You can read the words, meditate on them, and it's profound.
Yeah.
But if you can turn them into a beautiful tune and a song, it becomes even more profound.
Yeah.
And so that is the beauty of the gift you have. Many people who have had the privilege of listening to Lumen Christi psalms would have heard you singing, turning those sounds into magic, into soothing, beautiful magic. And for that, we thank you. We thank you for the courage and the steadfastness to share your gift with us.
Thank you so much.
So, in your bio, you had talked about the healing and about you're wanting to contribute to the common good. If you can bring joy and peace and healing to as many people as possible, that is certainly a contribution to the common good.
Yeah.
Let us sit back a little and listen to some of your other compositions. We've listened to the one produced specially for the Sage. I keep telling everybody that is copyright, that is Sage owned. But let's listen, let's sit back and with our audience enjoy a few more of your tunes.
Okay.
Just speak the word and I am healed. Breathe, Lord, life into me, and through the crowd of my own pain, me I go run, come to you. Me I go run, come.